It's your boy X coming to you guys with another video, and in today's video we're going to talk about the stock market and what do I think is happening, what am I doing, just to give you guys some context, because it's such a critical moment in the market. Like, everything's falling, everybody's portfolio is negative except Warren Buffett's. Don't know how he do it. Don't know how he do it, but maybe there's something we can learn from him and apply to know maybe our portfolios, right? So let's get into today's video. Alright guys, so my name's Exia and we're talking about the stock market and why it's falling. Specifically, what could you do to actually help yourself long term? And the reason I say long term is, just like I mentioned earlier, the only person whose portfolio isn't red right now is Warren Buffett, which is insane to even think about, because literally everything falling. Everybody's portfolio falling, including my own. If you're new to the channel, please consider subscribing to my YouTube channel. Like I said, I do videos twice a week, every Wednesday, every Sunday, and I try to make my Sunday videos about my portfolio updates, and then Wednesday I just throw some random knowledge out there or what I'm thinking for the week. So consider subscribing to my YouTube channel and do not forget to like this video. But what can we learn from Warren Buffett? Right? Because in the stock market in today's time, especially today's time when everything is just falling, Tesla, Apple, and everything in between, and you know, you have everybody blaming the next person. What caused it? What doing this? It's the war in Ukraine, it's inflation, it's this, it's the meme stock holders, right? But in actuality, nothing can go up forever. Of course, it's mainly due to, you know, the war and inflation and us printing such large quantities of money over the last 2 years compared to like the last 20, right? But even with that, how could you use this to grow your money, right? And that's why I say you must learn from one of the greatest of all time, which would be Warren Buffett. If you know who Warren Buffett is, you know he is an advocate of long-term investing. You have no choice but to love it. Why? Why would you love a market like this? Because it's like everything's on a discount. Everything's on a discount. Because if you're a long-term investor, you start to think differently versus short profits, like day traders, swing traders, and just people who just playing options to make a quick buck. When you think long-term in a market like today's market, you're seriously excited and you hope it stay like this for a couple months so you can really pile in the money. Why? Because dividend investor, which I am, when you're a dividend investor, your goal is to literally get as many shares as possible. You want to increase the number of shares you have. Why? Because if you get paid by share, just by increasing said share count, you're going to increase your amount of dividend income. And when you get that dividend income increase, plus what you're putting into your portfolio, it allows you to get that exponential growth. But it's hard to do when we're always going to new all-time high, because, oh look, all-time high, you're buying stocks at a very high dollar, and there's nothing wrong with that, right? But your dollars go farther when stocks are on discount, and the only time stocks go on discount is when everything turns red. So right now it's the best time to get into investing. Why? Because it can help start your growth. And if you're interested in actually starting to invest, because you get to that point in life, you're like, hey, I want to get in on this, I want to learn, I want to grow, consider looking at the links in my description. Those links in my description, it will be my public account, my M1 Finance, my Robinhood. I know a lot of people don't trust Robinhood, but I still use Robinhood to trade options just because they make it so simple. But if I had to pick any platform, it would either be public or M1. Mainly M1 personally, that's my favorite one, but public is also a good platform. So like I said, both of those links, well, all three of those links are down in the description if you're ready to get started investing, and it is a great time to start your portfolio. So consider using those links down below. But when you're thinking long term, right? Oh well, if the price just keeps falling and falling, how would you know where the bottom is? It's probably what you're thinking. Where's the bottom? Where's the bottom? I want to buy at the very, very bottom, right? That's what everybody wants. Catch the bottom. Catch the bottom, ride it up. So I'm not going to invest until, you know, I can catch that bottom. The odds of you actually catching the bottom is slim to none. The best thing you could do is try to just buy regularly, whether it's $100 a month, whether it's $200 a month, $300 a month, whatever you can, you know, utilize and it not hurt you, and, you know, money that you just won't need long term. Because in a market like this, the thing that makes it so great for long-term investors, you know, if you're thinking long term, hey, maybe today that stock's worth $50, right? Where it was worth 70, now it's worth 50, right? But if you truly believe in the company that you invest in, you know long term that company is not going anywhere and it's going to continue to be profitable. So today the price may be 50, even though it used to be 70. But a year from now, 6 months from now, because we don't know how long this, you know, the bear market would last, it could be worth $75, $80, maybe $90. But why would you want to buy when it's going up to those high prices? Your best time to get in will be now while it's falling. And hey, I know what you're thinking. Well, if it's falling, the second I buy, it's going to fall. Hey, that's okay, because from actual standpoint, if you become an actual investor and you know get in this game of stocks, you'll realize the second you hit the buy button, it's going to go down anyway.
It's facts. It's facts. It's not facts. These facts is not facts. It's not facts.
That's like proven fact. The second you hit buy, the stock market just like, exit just bought some down. So, but if you hold that position and you keep adding to it over time, not only do you lower your cost basis, the stock naturally tends to turn around, and that's when you start seeing that growth. But you have to get in, and there is no better time than now. So really consider using those links down below. But what can we take away from today's stock market, right? If you could take away anything from today's stock market, it's that the stock market is volatile. It is hard to turn a quick buck. And if you think that it's an easy thing to try to turn a quick buck, how many actually people you know turn quick bucks in the stock market and are just ultra rich? Like, they don't have to work. Day traders go to work every day. I don't know if people know that, but they get up quite early and go to work every day. May not be at a stereotypical brick and mortar job, whatever the case may be, a basic 8 to 5, 9 to 5, whatever you want to call it. But they do get up and go to work every day, which means they're not at that pinnacle wealth level because they're actively still working. And I'm not saying all of them, but a vast majority of them still have to work. So when you think about, oh, should I be a day trader, option trader, swing trader, or be a long term, and then you start doing long term, you realize it's too slow for you, just remember 99% of people who actually trade stocks like that do not beat out just investing long term into an ETF. So me just putting $100 into an ETF versus you sporadically making $1,300, $2,000 here and there through option trade, covered calls, swing trades, whatever the case may be, long term, I am going to do better than you. Why? Because I'm a long term investor. Whether the market goes up or down, it doesn't matter to me. Why? Because I have no intention on actually selling my shares ever, right? You want to put enough money into your stock portfolio where that portfolio will grow and the portfolio will make money that you will spend. That's why a lot of people like dividend investing, with the idea that you can live off your dividends. How would you live off your dividends? Not by selling your stocks. Those dividends pay you out quarterly, some pay out monthly, and you use that money to supplement your life. So in hindsight, who cares if it goes up, it goes down? As long as that company is always producing dividends, you're doing amazing. Just keep buying. Quantity. Get as many shares as you can. And no better time to get as many as you can when the prices are low. So always dollar cost average. Remember why you're investing. Don't get caught up in, hey, Jimmy over here just made $1,300. Susie May on the other side just made $5,000 from a Tesla call. Know what type of investor you are and stay true to your investment strategy. But that's all I have to say, because me personally, I'm going for the long run. I want to really have it. And the only way to have it is to pay your dues. And paying your dues sometimes is dollar cost averaging and not wishing upon a star. But in a market like this, I am extremely excited. I hope you are. What are you doing? What's your investment strategy? Are you buying? Are you trying to, you know, save for the bottom? I would love to hear about it in the comments. But it's your boy Exia, and I'm out.